You know, the thing I found the most interesting in the previous chapter was that the whole premise was to straighten things out with the Greeks, and then the first objective was to kill the general. So that was a bit interesting, but now everyone is against us, right? The Norsemen, the Egyptians, and of course the Greeks. So this leads us to chapter number 4, Odin's Tower. Kastor sails north with an Atlantean army to put the Norsemen and their gods in their place.
Sailing here was an excellent idea, sir. The Norse will not be expecting an attack in their homeland now.
That's the idea.
Our scouts have seen only a few Norse troops around, but the terrain is rough. Many cliffs. They could be hiding.
This is where they have built their temples, so there will be some soldiers here. Odin's temple is our target. We're going to send a message to the Norse.
Indeed we are. Okay.
There seems to be no way off this plateau. But Kronos has given us the ability to shift our buildings over such petty obstacles. We can construct our buildings here, then use my line of sight to shift them past the cliffs.
Okay, so that was the dialogue. So we gain access to a new ability called Time Shift, which allows you to actually replace buildings to another location, which is super handy. Not entirely something I would say that we need to use in this particular chapter, because you will see soon enough that there's going to be an alternative by getting attacked, actually. That's what's going to solve our little bit of a logged-in situation. But our primary objective is to replace all 3 Norse temples with Atlantean temples, and that is actually where we need to use this ability, because these are on top of mountains and we cannot actually get citizens up here, so we need to build temples in other locations and just simply time shift them to these 3 locations.
The tower was being protected by that storm.
It is. It is made by the temples to Odin that surround it. If we replace those temples with our own, the storm should fade.
So yeah, this is the primary objective, is we need to replace those temples so that this storm won't eliminate us. Okay. So time shifting is actually going to be a super helpful thing going forward. Now here we are logged in, but they will actually attack us through this forest. So that's why we need to prepare our defenses. And then it will... What's funny is, after that, this chapter reminds me a lot about the last chapter of the Golden Gift campaign, right? Where we had like one path leading to the enemy with a bunch of settlements in the way, and we just gradually built up our forces and ended up with an insane amount of population that we could use to build up our forces. And this is kind of going to be the same situation once we get out of this whole situation that we're in right now, after they attack us from here. Now you can get out by using a new god power called Vortex. Target the location to transport all of your units, military units, there. So we could just actually Vortex out of over here, but that wouldn't make much sense because, like I said, we're going to be attacked soon. Okay, let's just heroify our citizens. Luckily, that little buff that we had last time around, which is turning units into heroes, is almost instantaneous, as you can see. Like it is instantaneous. It's actually super helpful. As we progress in the campaign, we're getting stronger and stronger. Then it's gonna feel like, at least until chapter 6, as I mentioned before, chapter 6 is gonna be a little bit of an exception to this crazy OP situation that we're in right now, because at chapter 6 we need a little bit of an extra strategy to actually do that easily, if we don't want to rush. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay, so I'm just setting up a few units, plus getting a lot of heroes. And then once they break through, we can actually start pushing out. Yeah, we need some more gold, definitely. More wood. We'll set up some oracles. Because, yeah, we can definitely put one over there. Here, well, that's really going to intercept. I don't like that. Maybe one down here. Would be a good idea. Okay.
The forest fire Look out! The Norse are attacking.
Yep. So this is their attack. This will actually allow us to leave this initial area. Okay, and by the way, we have another ability that we'll take a look at very soon. Just want to get some things done. We have some berry bushes over there. Okay, so they burn this whole area down. This is where they're gonna attack from, but we can build some palaces in this location. It's going to be super helpful. It's a good idea to push a little bit against them, because otherwise they will be aggro to your buildings. So it's better to just meet them head on over here. So you don't have to worry about them actually going around and such. Okay, so we need 8 favor. I think that's what I saw. 8 favor and 300 gold. Okay. Almost there. I'm gonna set up a palace. Perfect. I know what palace means. It means destroyers. Still a crazy good unit. Oh, I forgot that there's actually a relic over there. My bad. Apologies. Temple improvements are cheaper by 25%. Fantastic. Okay. Palace going down. Excellent. Let's grab some anti-infantry. Actually started liking these ballistas a lot more than I did initially, because in chapter 2, was it? Yeah, I think it was chapter 2. I really just shit on them, calling them useless and such. Well, they're actually pretty good. There's a bit of pathing issue over there. So yeah, definitely, if you can build like 10 or 15 of these, then they're gonna be extremely helpful against taking out infantry. And also, I mean, at that point, if you turn them into heroes, then it's also gonna be super helpful in taking out Mithrilids. Palace. I tweaked the volume a little bit compared to the previous episodes. Hopefully it's gonna be better now. But it might, I mean, the game audio might still be a little bit too much. Let me know if it's like super annoying. Right now it's at 60%. Okay. Yeah, we don't actually have to build around the town center, but this is just a reflex at this point. I'm always building the farms next to them, right? Because we can just drop them off immediately. Okay. I mean, we could hunt over here even. Right now I think we need wood. Yeah. Let's grab a few destroyers and we're gonna be in a very good position. A couple of archers, then some upgrades. You can do a lot of things in the initial area, so that's why I'm not really rushing to push out. There's gonna be a fortress, hill fort, which is can be easily taken out by destroyers, as we have seen. Destroyers even absolutely destroy normal fortresses as well. Okay. Oh yeah, this new ability, deconstruction. Target an enemy building to deconstruct it. The target player will lose. Target player will get the resources back, but lose the building. So that's an interesting one. You can just target it, and you cannot, of course, deconstruct Odin's temple or Odin's tower right now. But every other building can be. That's super good. Let's put down an eco guild. What's great is every single building can be time shifted. Actually, let me just show you guys this. So what you do is you just click on the time shift, and then you place it in a different location, and it will start. Well, technically it deconstructs it and then reconstructs it in the other area. Now, it's very important to mention that while this process is going on, and if this were to get destroyed by the enemy, then you would actually lose the building. So if you were to, like, for example, more extreme example would be a palace. Let's just take a palace as an example. If I were to time shift this palace somewhere, and when it has like 100 HP it gets destroyed, then the actual building will get destroyed. So you gotta be... You want to time shift into a location that's actually safe. Okay. More farms. I do want to get these basic upgrades. Let's put down some more oracles. And we can push out with these guys. We only have 3 destroyers, but that's fine. I'll show you guys deconstruct later on. Just don't want to burn it just yet. So as you can see, this many units can easily take out a heel fort. Plus we could build a lot more destroyers, actually. Okay, gold mining upgrade, perfect. So where do I want to put you guys? By just eyeballing it, somewhere around the palace would be nice. But this other one, unless I put it over here, that would like significantly handicap him, I think. Maybe if we move this guy a little bit further away and this guy over here, then that would be better. I still feel like the game is extremely loud, but we'll see. Okay, let's go with a few upgrades. Actually, let's go with eco upgrades first. Yeah, and then the military upgrades. Okay. Okay, 3 citizens, 3 farms. Still need wood. We're starting to look good on resources. So what do we have? I mean, it's pretty good. Yeah, these guys will overlap a little bit. Oh, these guys will overlap a lot, actually. Yeah. Yeah, this is just... Yeah, this guy will need to be replaced somewhere. Okay, that's fine. Let's put down some more counter barracks. We're starting to have enough resources for everything and just starting to win out. There's really no point in waiting. Actually, let me just show you this deconstruct now. So we just started a building, and it will start deconstructing it. And while it's being deconstructed, as you can see, it doesn't do anything. So that's fantastic. Because technically, you can immediately take out a building. You just need to wait for it to actually be deconstructed for it to finish. But in case of a hill fort, it won't even attack you until that happens. And of course, military buildings won't produce units, so on and so forth. Super nice ability. Heroify our workers. Now this is the first settlement. This is what I meant, that this kind of looks like the end of the Golden Gift campaign, the last mission, because here we can just start pushing out in one path. And it's going to lead us to some more settlements. That means more population, and eventually this is just going to snowball like crazy. Actually put down another settlement. I'm gonna move out with these guys. So the story, just to talk about the story a little bit. So far the story is based on like very unfortunate things. Like, you know, the Atlanteans only wanted to get to another location where they felt safer, other than the freezing bad spot that we started out in. And it all went to shit after that. Because the Greek saw us enter the wrong temples. They attacked us. Still, technically they were the ones that attacked us, but for good reason, right? So it's just bad overall. Okay, now we can no longer build houses. What I mean. At this point you kind of won already, because like I said, they won't be able to attack from any other location other than this. So you just need to hold this either with a bunch of palaces or just in general keep pushing, and it'll be fine as well. I don't remember if there's actually a relic back here. Let me just check that real quick. Now we could time shift our palace just to show you guys. It probably would be a good idea. So I'm just time shifting that. Could even time shift some of these buildings. Be closer to the action. Okay. But the reason I said this time shifting in this particular mission, this particular chapter doesn't really matter is because at this point we have a ton of resources to just build everything in the front lines. We're going to need to build at least 3 extra temples, just so we can replace the Odin temples later on. Okay, one more upgrade from here. This is being removed. Okay, now this oracle can be moved over here actually. And no, there isn't any relics. Okay, let's grab some of these upgrades. This will once again soon turn into a situation where only the population limit will be the limiting factor, as it usually is. Okay, now this relic provides a small trickle of gold. It's kind of cool. Let's clear this area as well. Who's not working? These guys. Okay, no, that oracle is in a good position, I think. Okay, we can build some more palaces in these locations. Okay. And then some more destroyers, absolute. 10 destroyers. I don't know how I accidentally always manage to get 10 destroyers. There was only like one time where I had 11 destroyers, but every other time I always had 10 destroyers. It's a bit interesting. Okay, we have some myth units coming our way, but as you will see very soon, once they start getting attacked by these hero units, dead. Oh, look at this one. I don't think we have the burning oil upgrade, that's why the palace is not actually attacking. I just focus on the town center. Yep, that is indeed the issue. Technically, since these citizens are also heroes, it would have been fine against them. Let's take up this tower and just keep going. I think I'm gonna rally these guys to these gold mines, actually. Sounds like a good idea. Yeah, because we really don't have gold. We have everything else. Just focus firing on those buildings. Let's grab that relic. If you replace a temple, then it's going to throw out the relics, if you're wondering. Holy shit, that's a lot of myth units. Maybe chaos is a good idea over here. Like, this turning units into heroes, man, is just crazy. When they throw a bunch of myth units at you. That was it. That was it for a ton of giants. Okay. Once you have more gold, I'm actually gonna put down some more palaces over here. Oh, you guys should come over here. And what would these guys doing? Probably cutting trees. I would assume. Okay.
Schloss. Yuji.
Burek, Diat.
Now the way I actually deal with these temples is I'm just gonna is I just place a bunch of palaces next to it, and that will in time take it out.
Mat.
Could set up a bunch of ballistas to fight it, but it's gonna take a long time.
Schloss. Dilis Moke. Yuji. Mat. Yuji. Schloss. Yuji. Yuji. Schloss. Yuji. Mat. Schloss. Kopos. Mat. Yuji.
Okay, and in the meantime we'll just keep pushing. So it's once again kind of a straightforward chapter, all things considered.
Yuji. Burek. Mat. Yuji. Yuji. Yuji.
Okay, maybe some counter barracks over here. That's what I'm thinking about. Probably the biggest resistance we have so far. We've seen so far.
Most into.
Dilis Moke. Burek. Yuji. Schloss.
So we have a few destroyers tanking, while the hero ballistas take care of everything else. Kastor is just being ignored. Like, we don't care about Kastor. Okay, these guys are done, so this will start attacking the palace. Or the temple, excuse me.
Yuji. Burek. Yuji. Burek. Kopos. Dilis Moke. Dilis Moke.
Alright. Now we're 215 population, so that's why I'm still confident in building a ton of workers, citizens. Okay, once this guy's destroyed, I'm gonna pull down a temple over here, so I don't accidentally replace a temple that actually has relics inside it. And by the way, we can start spamming out some oracles. Might as well take out the production buildings first. So yeah, we can place a bunch of oracles here actually. Let's just see. Oh yeah, this is the last one, so we can put one over here. Two next to each other over there, I'm thinking, and then two next to each other over here as well. Except we are pop capped, so in some time. Okay, these guys were definitely mining gold. Let's come over here. That's a lot of units being glorified. Let's take out the settlement, give us some nice extra population. Okay, and you can actually use these guys for another settlement.
We've destroyed one of Odin's temples. Time to shift one of our temples in its place.
Okay, I'm going to time shift this temple and just simply move it over here. The hotkey is Alt-C, or you can just use this icon. It showed you earlier, this one. Okay, the settlement is gonna go down, and essentially the same tactic. I'm gonna use the same tactic as I did with the other one, which is just to put a bunch of palaces next to it. Okay, now let's create a bunch of oracles. Okay. I think there's a relic over here. Let's see. So this is in range, which is good. That will also be in range. And so will this. Yes, there is a relic.
Bookmark. Bookmark.
This relic is caravans are cheaper and move faster. Like, I've had this criticism during the Fall of the Trident that sometimes you get weird relics. This is by far the weirdest. Like, in a mission like this or in a chapter like this, why the hell would you want caravans in the first place?
Burek.
Because it's very strange. Okay, so how can we distribute these oracles? Maybe like this. One over here, one down here, and one back here. I think this should be good. We'll see. Not a chance, right? Let's pull down the palace and another temple. Keep going. Now at this point, yes, we are invaders. I swear this is the last time I'm going to bring this up, but this is the comparison between destroyers as siege units versus the ballistas, which are actually considered as siege units. This many ballistas barely took out one building by the time the destroyers took out two. I think even number-wise it's kind of equal. 17 ballistas, 18 destroyers. Let's pick up this relic. Okay, another settlement will be over here. I think this doesn't lead anywhere. Actually, you just build yourself a temple. Sure. Okay, the temple is gonna go down soon. Okay, actually, let's grab these guys and build another settlement. Okay, relic guy, you come back here. Yep. Okay, this relic increases the hack armor of infantry. Okay, so the same as in the previous chapter. Oh, we actually have a relic. I'm really bad at remembering where the relics are. So I do these reminder runs for myself. I just replay the mission before recording, so that or several days before recording, and by that time I forget. Unlucky. Okay, this temple has been destroyed. Just do a replace. Okay, replaced. Perfect. Now we're up to 265 population. Just to show you guys this vortex ability, basically you can target an area and that's where all your military units, every single one of them, will be transported to.
Skopos? Bure.
Okay, and then we have one more temple over here. Just clear to the left side over here. Let's just break those gates. That's gonna mess with our pathfinding. But yeah, not much else is going on in this one. Just, you know, gradually build up your forces, gain territory, build some more production buildings. You're gonna be hovering a ton of resources anyways. That's really it. If you wanted to speed up your reinforcements, then you could of course replace all of these buildings to the front lines. Because right now, you know, I have a few units that are coming still from the original base, which is not really optimal. Something you can do if you want to. One more relic. What is this? Increases the range and line of sight of ranged soldiers. Okay, well, that's super helpful, right? Like that's the kind of relic that is actually worth picking up. And I'm happy that I do pick it up. I'm just going to use the destroyers to destroy everything. It's like shift clicking for some reason stopped working. We'll just do it manually. Because usually what I do when you see me clicking on buildings is I just hold down shift and right click, and that will set a sequence of commands, and I just go over all the buildings. They will essentially just go through all of them and destroy them. Because they're super tanky, they really won't be taken out in the process. Plus you have all the other units that will defend them in the meantime. Super nice. Okay. Bring these guys over here. Not sure where this giant came from. Maybe it was just hiding in the corner somewhere. Okay. So this is gonna be the last temple that will remove the storm from around Odin's tower. Just some cleanup in the end. Bear with me, guys. And look at our resources. This actually reminds me of Age of Empires 4 campaign, where the original campaign, where, or even maybe the Sultan's Ascent, where you would like hover a bunch of resources near the end game, even on hard difficulty, and the only limiting factor is the population limit. Because right now, as you can see, 10k plus each resource. Now, albeit we're not actually pop capped, but we could be easily, you know, by just doing this, and we're going to be pop capped soon. But yeah, this is definitely something that reminds me. So this would be nice to have balanced somehow. Nice to be balanced somehow. Especially on Titan difficulty, you know, when you have like multiple difficulty levels, right? Because, okay, in Age of Empires 4, you only had like, you know, the 3 difficulty levels, easy, normal, and hard, if I recall correctly. Here, since you have more, you could really balance that out. Okay, let's grab a temple. Maybe from the... Yeah, this temple doesn't have any relics. It doesn't matter if you bring a temple that has relics. That's not why I don't want to bring a temple that has a relic inside it. I don't want to... I don't know. Some unassigned workers all over the place. Okay, now that we have replaced this, we can actually move Kastor closer to Odin's tower.
We can get close to the tower.
Yes. That's the plan.
Bur, most intem.
Let's just destroy all this. Okay.
Bure.
Well, where is...
Kopos. Bure.
Osto,
Oh, Kastor is over here. Okay.
Eschlost, Osmak.
I was worried he was at the main base or somewhere, someplace.
Bure. Mak. Yuji. Yuji. Ishlo. Mak.
Okay, so the storm has stopped. We can move Kastor closer.
Eschlost.
Skopos. Dilus moke. Yuji. Skopos. Yuji.
We can't seem to damage the tower with our weapons.
Only the power of Kronos can damage it. He has given us a deconstruction power strong enough even for Odin's tower.
Yep, and at this point we gain a special god power called Deconstruct Wonder. Target an enemy wonder to reverse time on it and unbuild it. So this is considered a wonder. Let's just do that. And this is gonna be quick. Okay, and now Odin's tower is gone.